What's going on, Postal family? My name is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this Friday evening? Hot Friday evening. Anyways, today's topic I'm discussing, there's a OIG report out that says Postal Service has received like 8,000 some odd ETransit vehicles, EV vehicles, and they're just sitting in the lot waiting to be distributed, but there's a big delay. So that's what I'm talking about today. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. Postal content is what I do. Love to do. Thanks so much for all the support, you guys. Keep giving me the thumbs up. Helps out everything on here. Thanks everybody for all the support. Everything you all do for me. I really appreciate it. Fix this up. Everything I say on here is from my views, my experience, my research. I don't speak on behalf of the Post Office, USPS in any of my videos. So thanks again for everybody for the support. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I happened to come across a report, OIG report. It said something like 7,500, 8,000 vehicles have been delivered to Post Office. Some various location, some lot. They're waiting to be distributed, collecting dust. The process is real slow. The thing that, is kind of concerning where I'm at, really small station, small town. The concern every summer is getting hotter, these LLVs. And when you look at the, each summer, like I said, is getting hotter and hotter. To continue in the LLVs is just, each summer it's a risk. I mean, what else can you do? You got to do your job. So when you think of these vehicles just sitting there and not being distributed to the how many stations that really need new vehicles, is just mind-boggling of how they don't take anything urgently as far as the carriers. They don't make a a point to get these things distributed as soon as possible. Another thing, we always talk about carriers being disrespected. This is, you can include this on the list. Not taking anything urgently to, have these LLVs replaced with newer vehicles. Just give us any newer vehicles, just as long as new vehicle other than these LLVs. These poor things have had it. They've had it a long time ago. If it weren't for, if it weren't for our high-tech, highly experienced mechanics, these things would be in somewhere like broken down already in like a junkyard, broken down into pieces. But thank God for our mechanics. I always say that they keep these things going. Something is going on. It's extra hot or something. This phone don't want to stay still today. Yeah, so what I was saying, these vehicles that just sitting there in the lot, not being distributed, taking forever. And when you look at the stations like mine, for example, that desperately needs newer vehicles, any new vehicles. We got LLVs. Every route has a old rotten LLV that keeps things falling apart, but the mechanics keep it alive, keep it going for the time being. And this time being has been decades and decades. So when I read this report, it kind of gets that anger going a little bit. Like another thing, we're not being taken seriously. The stations that desperately need them, they don't distribute them fast enough. The process is very horrendously slow. So, just when you think of the aspect, next few summers, each summer it seems like it's getting hotter and hotter, and how much more we can survive in these LLVs is just, the mind, when you look at it each summer, you pray, once you get there, that's when you handle the situation. But, once in a while, I like to look at the future, what the long time, what's going to happen to us as far as vehicles, everything. You start thinking in the future. You have to. Next summer, if we have the same LLVs, which we probably will have where I'm at, our mechanics always, I just spoke to him today, had nothing at all. Ever since I've been in the post office, the mechanics here, that's all they say is they've heard nothing. No new vehicles. The only new vehicles my station sees is the leftover LLVs from the some other station in the district. Once that district has some newer vehicles, but they laugh and say, this station, no, never. So it's just whenever you hear that from the mechanic, that kind of takes you down. Like, oh man, the only way I can see a new vehicle if I was to transfer, but I like where I'm at. The kids are settled, family's settled, so why would I even think about transferring, but I'm still making it in the LLV, but still makes you, concerned. The summers are getting hotter and hotter, like I said, and surviving in the LLV, you're just risking, God forbid, something to happen, Granted, we keep ourselves cool with all that ice water, but still, when that anger builds to think that all these vehicles, about 8,000, are just sitting there. They've already been delivered. They've already been paid for, just sitting there to be processed. Because the whole process, post office process is slow, as we all know. So for them to figure out, okay, the next 10 go to this station is taking forever. I mean, God knows who's in charge. They take their sweet time. I don't know how they look up which station is gonna get next. When you think of the post office, you think a little bit slow. So these things, there's no urgency. I mean, for the carriers, why they're gonna be urgent, right? We're disrespected in every category there is. So why even vehicles we're gonna be favored? So that's just a point I wanted to bring across. Ran across the article on OIG that 7,500, 8,000 vehicles are just sitting there already, delivered, waiting to be processed and distributed to the various stations. It's just, kind of a little bit anger. But what is getting angry gonna do? Ain't nothing gonna change in the station you're at, I'm at. So it's just tough. Once you read news like this, it makes you a little bit angry and sad, but you can't do nothing with your situation. You gotta tough it out. Maybe in my lifetime I won't see a new vehicle, but where I'm at, the kind of impressions the mechanics give, that makes me to say that. But I hope not. I pray that sometime my station, my co-workers deserve newer vehicles too, much like anybody. Granted, it's not a big station, but it's still a station. We're still bodies trying to survive in the heat of the summer. So somewhere down the line, prayer helps. All we can do is pray. God hears your prayers, and anything can happen. Anything can happen. New vehicles can come over if God wants. So never give up my faith and my prayers. So anything it's possible. Always look on the bright side. We're blessed to be where we're at. LLVs, the bright side is, yes, just like I said, the mechanics keep bringing them back to life. We do have a vehicle to get in and deliver your route each day of the year. So they break down, they fix. The mechanics are here to fix them. That's all we got. New vehicles, no luck. So it is what it is. Anyway, just wanted to bring this message across about the article, OIG, and the vehicles not being distributed, delivered. So hope everybody's doing good on this Friday evening. Still hot, 90s. It's not going to change for a minute down here. So everybody stay good. And Mailman Syed, we'll see you on the next take.